our last video of today is going to be a story, but this time I want you to help me tell it. So in your packs, you've got a stapled together 3 sheets and it's got lots of different animals on. Can you cut these out so that you can help tell the story with me? And what I've also set up, I'll show you. I've also set up like a scene, because what we're going to need is a river to cross. I've got a bank over here and a river bank over here so that my characters can cross the river. So have you got something you can use at home? Maybe different bits of fabric, I know, maybe a blue jumper where your characters, once you've cut them out, can cross our river. Once you're ready and you've got all your things ready, come back and we'll do the story together. And when you've done all that cutting, God, it took me a long time, you should have a character who we'll find out about in a minute. And then you've got all of those animals. Should we just count them a minute? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You should have 13 animals. And what you need to do is set them out on one side of your river, so on this side of the river bank, and we will then do the Chinese Zodiac story together. And as we read this story, we'll find out why it's important for the Chinese New Year. And tomorrow we're going to start the day off by learning a bit more about the animals and what's special about this year to do with them. Okay, so this is the Chinese Zodiac story. There's a link below in the video as well, so if you want to explore it afterwards, you can. Long ago in China, the Jade Emperor decided there should be a way of measuring time. So here's our emperor, it's like the ruler, the person in charge. On his birthday, he told the animals that there was to be a swimming race. That's why they're all ready. The first 12 animals across the fast-flowing river would be the winners, and they would each have a year of the zodiac named after them. So with the Chinese New Year, each year is represented by a different animal. And every 12 years, it's like a cycle and a start again. So let's find out what happened. All the animals lined up along the river bank. The rat and the cat, who were good friends, where are they? Here we go. We've got our rat and we've got our cat. They were good friends. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? They're good friends. Were worried because they were poor swimmers. Being clever, they asked the strong ox if he would carry them across the river. Where's the ox? Here we go, here's our ox. Now, what do you think the ox said? It said, "Of course," said the kind ox. "Just climb on my back and I will take you across." So we've got the rat and we've got the cat on the back of the ox. Well, a kind ox, isn't he? I am surprised, though, that the cat and the rat are good friends, aren't you? Right, what happens next? The rat and the cat jumped up and were very excited when the ox took the lead. Okay, so they're going to go across and be in the lead. They had almost reached the other bank when the rat pushed the cat into the water. Psh. Oh my goodness. And the cat was left struggling in the water. And just as the ox was about to win the race, the rat leapt on his head. And guess what he did? He leapt onto the bank to finish first. "Well done," said the Jade Emperor to the proud rat. "The first year of the zodiac will be named after you." So the rat, let's put him at the top, came first. The poor ox had been tricked and came in second place. So the second year was named after the ox. Shortly after, the exhausted tiger clawed his way to the riverbank claiming third prize. Swimming across the river had been an enormous struggle for him against the strong currents. The emperor was so delighted with his efforts, he named the third year after the tiger. Next to arrive was the rabbit. Now, where's our rabbit? Here we go. Oh, it looks like he's going backwards. Now, he hadn't swum across at all. He had hopped across on some stepping stones and then found, use my pencil for this, a floating log which carried him to the shore. It's very clever, isn't it? And the emperor said that he would be very happy to name him the fourth year after him. He was very surprised, though, that the rabbit had made it there. Just then, a kind dragon swooped down to take 5th place. The Jade Emperor asked, "Why didn't you win the race when you can fly?" And the dragon said, "I needed to make some rain because some people and animals needed water to drink," the dragon explained. "And then I saw a little rabbit on a log in the water and I blew a puff of wind so that the log would float to the riverbank." Ah, well, that is very kind of you. You will have the 5th year of the Zodiac named after you. Now, that is a kind dragon. In lots of stories, dragons aren't usually the kind ones, are they? So far, look, we've got the rat, the ox, the tiger, the rabbit, and the dragon. So we've got 5 years, but we've got 12 to get. The poor cat hasn't made it yet, has he, poor thing? Now, the next thing the Jade Emperor heard was the sound of the horse hooves. Just as he was thinking the horse would be the next animal to arrive, you wait to see what happens. A sneaky snake wriggled out from around one of the horse's hooves. The horse was so surprised that he jumped backwards, giving the snake a chance to take 6th place in the race. The poor horse had to be satisfied with 7th place. Oh, that naughty snake. So he sneaked across, being wrapped round the horse's hoof. Not long afterwards, a raft, I'm going to use this coaster quickly, arrived carrying the goat, the monkey, and the rooster. They explained to the emperor how they shared the raft that the rooster had found. The goat and the monkey had cleared weeds and pushed the raft to the shore. The emperor was very pleased that the animals had worked together. He said the goat would be the 8th Zodiac animal, the monkey the 9th, and the rooster the 10th. That's good teamwork, wasn't it? So we haven't got many animals left, have we, to get there? We're on 10, and that poor cat is still in there, isn't he? Right, the next animal to finish was the dog. "Why are you so late? You are one of the best swimmers," asked the Jade Emperor. "The water in the river was so clean I had to have a bath on the way," explained the dog. He was rewarded to have the 11th year named after him. Right, so we've only got 1 more year left to go, but we've still got 2 animals left. There was 1 place left in the Zodiac, and the Emperor wondered when the last winner would come, and finally he heard a grunt from the boar. And in some stories they would say, this is the pig. "You took a long time to cross the river," said the emperor to the boar. "I was hungry and stopped to eat," explained the boar. "After the meal I felt so tired that I fell asleep." You still have done well, said the Jade Emperor. The last year of the Zodiac will be named after you. So if we have a look, they're over here, let's have a look. We've got the rat, the ox, the tiger, the rabbit, the dragon, the snake, the horse, the goat, the monkey, the rooster, the dog, and the boar. That's all 12 years done. But what's happened? There's still someone left, isn't there? As for the cat, who had been pushed into the water by the rat, he finally crawled out of the water, but was too late to have a year named after him. He felt very cross with the rat, and since then, cats have never been friends with rats. Oh, that makes sense, doesn't it? From that day to this day, the Chinese zodiac has followed this cycle of years named after these 12 animals. So it goes in the order that they reached the end in the race. Now, like I said, you can retell that story lots if you want to, because you've got the animals, and I'll put the link to the story below. And then tomorrow, what we're going to do is going to start the day off by finding out a little bit more about them, and we'll even find out what year you were born in to do with the animals. Okay? I hope you enjoyed the first day. Tomorrow we've got lots of other decorations to make. Oh, that reminds me, I'm just going to hang up my hanging decoration. There we go. I've hung it up here, ready for tomorrow. Hold on, Puffins.